Good evening and welcome to the Work Safety Late Show with me, Davide. On tonight's show, we'll highlight the importance of proper use of personal protective equipment. We'll interview some survivors of accident in the workplace. So let's start the Work Safety Late Show. According to the European Agency for Work and Safety at Work, more than 150,000 people die at work per year in Europe. But how can this problem be solved? Tonight, we'll understand the importance of proper use of personal protective equipment as hat, shoes or gloves. So let's start with Alice, who is in Toronto, who will talk about biological hazard.
Good evening, I'm Alice and today I'm here with Patrizia and Aurora. Let's start with you, Patrizia. Can you share with us your experience?
Of course, 6 months ago I was leaving the hotel where I work when, walking across the corridor, I saw some rubbish on the floor of the toilet. So I decided to clean it and take the rubbish and put it in the garbage bin. The problem was that there was some blood on the paper.
What were the consequences?
After 4 months, I had the blood test because I had some ages and I was diagnosed hepatitis B.
How did you solve your problem?
I'm following a therapy.
What do you advise to people who are in your situation?
I advise you not to make my same mistake and always use proper protection.
Okay, thank you, Patrizia. Let's start with you, Aurora. Is the situation changing in this month? How?
Yes, it is. First of all, we're introducing PPE.
Can you explain us what PPE are?
Sure. PPE is the acronym of Personal Protective Equipment and serves as protection for workers against possible hazards.
How can people prevent what happened to Patrizia?
You should pay more attention to your health using the tools that the firm give you.
Okay, thank you, Aurora, for the message you sent. That's all. Let's back to the studio.
Thank you, Alice. Let's now have a look to another topic. Enrico, who is in Brasilia, will share with us the experience of a worker who had a lucky escape from a falling hazard while she was about to finish a painting of an ancient wall.
Thanks, Davide. Now I'll interview Clara Fernandez, another victim of the bad use of PPEs. So Clara, what happened?
I'm a painter, so I was restoring an ancient wall in Brasilia. It happened 2 weeks ago. There was a very hot day, so the temperature was almost 45 degrees. While I was painting, the table started moving for the poor quality of it.
Can I ask you if you had the hard helmet?
Actually, I left it for the hotness.
And do you think it was a good decision?
Absolutely no. In fact, I hope that my experience could be an example for the other.
Thanks, Clara, that's all. Let's back to the studio.
Back to the studio. Francesco will now explain us an electrical shock case.
Hi Davide, I'm in Sydney to interview Francesco and Enrico, but first let's see the video of the accident. Hi, we are now linked with Davide to talking about Enrico accident. He had an electrical shock last month, and Francesco, his co-worker, saved him. Enrico, tell me something about this dramatical experience.
Well, last month when I was working with electrical cable. I didn't wear the protective gloves and I had an electrical shock.
So instead, Francesco, how did you save Enrico from this accident?
When I saw Enrico, I tried to make it awaken, but with no results. So I called the ambulance and I removed the cable from the electrical box.
Enrico, how can we prevent this accident?
Using the PPE, personal protective equipment.
Why the PPE is important?
To prevent risks and injuries.
So, thanks Francesco and Enrico for this interview. From Sydney, that's all. Davide, back to the studio.
Another really dangerous hazard is the chemical shock. How can we prevent it? Loris from Chernobyl will share with us his experience.
Yes, Davide, I'm here with Alessandro Alfonso, worker at the chemicals facilities, and Marco Secchi, owner of the chemical company. So, Mr. Alfonso, you got injured while working at the facilities, right?
Yes, right.
That's a shame. So what happened? Can you explain it to us, please?
Yes, sure. My duty was to take some samples of chemicals and analyze them in the laboratory. Handle the chemicals, it's harder. Then it seems because the cans are pretty small, and also the gloves are uncomfortable. Because of that, you cannot feel good about what's in your hands. So I decided to take them off. I got my injury because I was analyzing some substance. I hit a can with my wrist, spilling the acid all over the table and on my left hand.
What injury did you got?
I got a 3rd-degree burn on my hand. At one point, you could see the bone of the middle finger, and also the hospital they sew up the upper part of my hands. Now I have no control of my hand.
Mr. Marco, so you're the owner of the company. How this terrible accident happened? Do you have any ideas?
Yes, of course. This happened more likely because there aren't a lot of control upon the workers. We haven't enough money to pay enough staff members that can keep an eye out to make sure that everybody is working like they're supposed to and wearing what they're supposed to wear.
How much did you pay for the accident?
We paid half of the medical bills, around $500,000. And in the end, we still paid more than if you would have hired 1 or 2 more inspectors.
Mr. Alfonso, what would have happened if you would have kept the gloves?
Nothing. My hands would perfectly fine, and we wouldn't be here talking to you.
This is how everything should have went. Instead, Mr. Marco, what type of security device should the worker be wearing? What they need and in what situation they are useful?
For the specific role that Mr. Alfonso had, it is necessary to wear chemical resistant clothing. In our equipment we have chemical resistant glasses to protect the eyes, a mask to protect the breathing system from the chemical gases, and then we have a full set of chemical resistant clothing like gloves, waterproof boots, and suit.
Thank you very much, Marco and Alessandro, for being here with us today and telling your story. From Chernobyl, it's all. Back to you, Davide.
Our last correspondent, Melissa from Cape Town, will interview a woman who was injured while she was lifting a heavy box.
Thanks Davide and good evening everybody. I'm here with Riccardo, a worker from Cape Town. Riccardo, tell us what's happened.
Hello everybody. A few months ago I was a little bit inside and I needed to go in the side to take some box full of documents for the office. But when I tried to lift them, My back started to hurt so bad, and the box just fell down and hit my right foot.
Oh, that's terrible. And what happened after? Did you get hurt?
Yes, I had a spinal injuries and a broken foot.
And how could you avoid this accident?
Using the forklift and wearing the PPE.
And what is the PPE?
The PPE is the acronym of Personal Protective Equipment. It's used for prevent accident in the workplace. For example, the safety boots are used to protect your foot because they have a metal tip on the tip toe.
Okay, thank you for explaining us this information of your work to avoid this accident.
It was a pleasure. I hope this will become an example for avoid bad situation.
That's all, and let's go back to the studio.
Yes, thank you so much, Davide. And now we have a look this sign that we can find at the enter of the building sites. First of all, we have the safety helmet to protect our head, and the high protection or safety glasses, high vis vest, and the safety boots. The safety boots are made of natural products such as leather. They have also different characteristics, like they are water resistant and anti-static. Thanks for your time, and don't forget to wear the PPE before entering the building site.